Hi Dollar Divas, welcome to Behind the Vanity. I'm Jessica. So today is kind of a different type of a video. It is a declutter of my entire makeup collection. Last year I did an entire series where I went through each makeup group, and I wasn't actually on camera for those videos. And I don't know, I think there's something more personal about you getting to see me and all that kind of good stuff. So I wanted to structure this one a little bit differently. So I will not be doing it in that same style. So I will be showing you all the makeup that I am getting rid of and talking a little bit about it. And it's just all the categories. So I've already pulled out everything that I'm taking out, and I'm just gonna kind of show you what all it is. And it's a pretty healthy amount. And anything that is really old or disgusting or embarrassing, there's a fair amount of that, I'm gonna just throw away. But there's a few items that might still have some life left in them. I'm not too embarrassed about them, and I'm gonna pass them on to friends that want them. So I do hope that sounds interesting to you, and if it does, you're definitely in the right place. The makeup look that I am wearing is from my most recent Makeup and Celebrity Sunday video, and I will have it linked down below if you're interested in seeing that. Of course, if you are new, I would love for you to subscribe and become what I like to call one of my Dollar Divas. I do a lot of Dollar Tree makeup and haul-oriented content, so if that sounds good to you, definitely make sure you subscribe. And of course, if you're returning, thank you so much for returning. This may be a really exciting video for you if you've been with me for a period of time. So anyways, without any further chit chat, let's just go ahead and get into today's video. So I'll start with lip products because that's what really kind of inspired this declutter. It's gotten out of hand. So, so I have a little tub here, and I'm gonna show you what they are. So the first three are lip liners. I have become very picky about my lip liner. If it's a nude color, I like it to be darker than my lip shade, almost brown. And there are a lot that for my taste are just a little too light. And some of these I've had for years, and they're just really old and tired, or they're just not quite the right shade for my lips, and I do not like them. So here are the three shades. They just do not work for me. On my skin, they look like they would be darker than my lip color, but my lips, I have a lot of pigment in my lips. So I've got the LA Colors lip liner. This is in Bear With Me. This is an Avon one I've had for a long time. It's the Avon Ultra Luxury Lip Liner. This is in Neutral. Then this is Older Than Dirt. It's the Jordana Kohl Kajal lip liner. This is in Natural. So these are getting decluttered. One more lip liner. This is the Jordana Easy Liner for Lips. This is in Tawny. I really do love these lip liners. This shade is just not good for me, so it is also getting decluttered. Then I have a couple of lip crayons. This is the Trestique Mini Lip Glaze in English Rose. And it's just, I've got so many lip products, and I just don't reach for this. And then I've had this for a long time. This is the e.l.f. Matte Lip Color. This is in Coral. And it just doesn't really show up on my lips very well. It's a beautiful shade swatch though. And then this is the LA Colors Lip Contour. It's like a dual-ended product. But again, the shade just is not quite right for me. I wish it was a little bit more dramatic. Like on the packaging, it looks dramatic, like the swing between the two colors. But on the hand, the top is the lip liner and the bottom is the lip color. So it's just not quite enough contour for my taste. So I'm getting rid of three kind of lip crayon type products. So then I have this NYX Mega Shine Lip Gloss. This is old, it has got to get thrown away. It's in Nude Pink. It's a beautiful shade. I don't think I ever wore it much, but it is just so old. So that will be getting tossed for sure. Got another lip crayon that I missed. This is the PBJ Smoothie Stick Creamy Lip Crayon. Doesn't really have a shade on here, but you can see it's just not something that I reach for. A good amount of this stuff too I got in like a beauty subscription at some point, and it just wasn't something that I purchased or really wanted. I got this in some kind of a beauty subscription. It's the Benefit, and I had such high hopes for this. It was the Benefit They're Real Double the Lip. This is in Pink Thrills. It's the Beyond Sexy Lipstick and Liner in one. And in theory, this is a good idea. It's supposed to, like in one swipe, kind of make your lips look plumper by having like a darker on the outside and lighter on the inside. It just doesn't quite execute what it's supposed to do. See, the darker shade is on the bottom, the lighter one is on the top. And the shade is just not really my thing. And So this has just always left something to be desired. Like I said, I'm glad I didn't purchase it, but I would have loved to have loved it. Then I have a couple Estee Lauder lipsticks. These came with like a free gift with purchase type thing. I've got two. I've got one. This is a Pure Color lip color. It's a shimmer. It's in Rose Envy. So it's like a shimmery red. Again, just not a shade really that I'm going to wear. And this is another shimmer. This is in Sugar Honey. And again, just not a shade that I'm really gonna wear. And then this here is it's just a matte lipstick. It's in the shade Cherry. And I just don't tend to reach for it. I have used it quite a bit, but I've just got other products that I like better, so I don't really reach for it. When I wear reds, I like to have a blue-based red, so I'm a little bit picky about my reds. And this is the LA Colors lipstick. This is in Sorbet. I love LA Colors lip products, but you can see that just doesn't have a lot of pigment in it, so it's just kind of useless. So two more, and then we will move on to some face products. This is the Makeup Forever lipstick, and I don't exactly know the shade. It says C2117Y07. It's kind of a mauve, but just not something I reach for, and I do have a lot of these shades already. And it also kind of broke, so not impressed. I've got this Girl Power. This is the Real Her brand Girl Power lipstick. This is in mauve. Again, like I said, I used to get a lot of these in beauty subscriptions, and I was just always a little bit underwhelmed. So the bottom one there is that shade. It's beautiful, it's just not something that I wear often. So I don't have a ton of face products, but I do have a couple, so let me show you what they are. The first is a powder, and I've had this and I've repressed it for a while. And I did a good job, and it's got a little bit left in it. I'm just gonna go ahead and let it go. It's like a Rimmel translucent powder. So it's not quite empty, but I'm gonna go ahead and just let it go. Then I have this is the Dirty Little Secret brand bronzer, and this is in Skinny Dip. And I've used it a bit, but it's just too shimmery for my taste. It might as well be an eyeshadow. It is so, so shimmery. And then I've had this for a long time, never much cared for it. It's the Milk Makeup highlighter, and really it's almost gone, but I'm just gonna go ahead and throw it away and finally let it go. And I actually have a friend that I think will like this. I purchased it from Shop Miss A. It's the Perfect Blush, and it's in the shade, it's the AOA Studio Perfect Blush, and I actually purchased it as a bronzer. It's kind of a little light for me as a blush or a bronzer, but I have a friend that might enjoy this as a blush, so I'm gonna see if she wants it. I literally have only maybe used it once or twice. And then the last face product is actually this Maybelline Fit Me blush. This is in Deep Wine, and it's a pretty shade. I just have so many products and I just don't reach for it, so I'm gonna go ahead and let it go. So the next set of products are kind of eyebrow products. And I've got this LA Colors brow tint, and it's really very good. I don't use a lot of brow tints because I don't have a lot of eyebrow hair. So these products aren't really good for me as they would with someone with fuller brows. And this is in black. So, I mean, I did use it to get ready with me, and it wasn't a complete disaster, but I think it would be better suited for somebody else. Then I have another brow gel. This is the Milani Easy Brow Tinted Fiber Gel. This is in dark brown, and I used it quite a bit before I kind of decided that these products are just not for me. But honestly, this is now very old, so I'm just gonna go ahead and toss it. And then this here was a very weird product. It's something I got at the Dollar Tree, and it wasn't a complete disaster again, but it's not something that I reach for and use. It's the Revlon Color Stay Brow Mousse. This is in soft brown. So it's just like this product, you kind of twist it, it comes through, and then you brush it onto your brows. I like either powder, pencil, or like a cream gel that you apply with a brush for my brows, and not so much these types of products. And the last product in this category is actually kind of an eyeshadow pencil, but I bought it for my brows, but it just didn't quite work the way I wanted it to. The brown is shimmery, so that was a no-go for my eyebrows. And then, so it's got like this, it's like a dual-ended shadow stick. And my idea was to use the dark shade for my brows and the lighter shade is like a highlight, but it just didn't quite pan out the way I wanted it to. So now I have a couple eyeliners and like eye crayons. This first is the Maybelline New York Master Precise Ink. It's a metallic liquid liner. It's in Stellar Sand. I don't think I've ever actually used it. And the reason is it's pretty, but I just can't figure out a way. It's just kind of an awkward shade to use as an eyeliner, and it's not even like shimmery enough to use as like an inner corner. So yeah, I just do not reach for it, really have no use for it. This is something I've had for way too long. It's the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil. This is in dark brown. And again, I just don't really use an eye crayon. I mean, it's very, very, very pigmented, and it can be sharpened, and you know, of course it's still creamy and it can be sharpened. So I might pass that on to someone else, see if they would like it. Then this here I have tried to use, and I just never quite can get myself to use it. I don't even know where I got this, but it's the Mally Cosmetics Evercolor Starlight Waterproof Liner. This is in Ice Blue. And it's really pretty. I just can't really find a way to use it. So I'm gonna go ahead and sharpen it and pass it on. So I have two sets of lashes. First are these are actually the Color Mates. And I just never really have cared for Color Mates lashes. I've worn these a time or two, but they're just not my favorite. I've got so many other pairs that I'm just gonna go ahead and let them go. And then these ones here I tried to use in a recent, I think it was a Makeup and Celebrity Sunday or Get Ready With Me. They're the Diamond Cosmetics lashes in Feelin' Flirty. In the packaging, they're really pretty. They have silver glitter on them. But when you put them on your eyelashes, it looks like you have eyeshadow kind of all on the top of them. So, and that's no good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let those go. So I have a couple of these L'Oreal eyeshadow singles. One is in pure silver, one is in golden olive. And they're really very pretty. I just don't reach for them very much, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let them go. I've got another couple of singles here. One is the Maybelline New York in Blue Suede. The other is the Revlon Luxurious Color Shadow. It's a pearl eyeshadow. It's in Lilac Shimmer, and it's really very beautiful. It's got like a little bit of glitter in it, and then this other shade here is like a kind of a blue. So as you can see, they're pretty. I just don't reach for them, so you know, and they're just taking up a lot of space now in my storage area. And they made it through the declutter last year, and they probably shouldn't have. I have not touched, literally these 4 eyeshadows I have not touched since my declutter last year. So that's a good sign that you're probably not gonna use something. I've got some Milani eyeshadow singles, and I really like them. Again, I just don't reach for them anymore with all my palettes and all that kind of thing. But the shades are gorgeous. So I don't know if you remember these from back in the day. The blue one is in Blue Ice. And then these ones here, it's the Bella Eyes Gel Powder Eyeshadow. And this is in Bella Violet. And those are the shades swatched. Again, really, really pretty. Then I've got a couple of these. These are the Runway Eyes. Use wet or dry. Use wet for an intense look or dry for a softer look. I got Shamrock and Royalty. Shamrock is a beautiful green shade. And Royalty is a very kind of an iridescent pink. And again, they made it through the declutter last year, and I have not reached for them in the last year. So, you know, again, like I said, that's a good indicator that you're probably not going to use what you have, you know. Then I have this. This is from e.l.f. It's from the Dollar Tree. It's a duo. It's in Peach Squad. And it really looks more like a blush and bronzer. The shades are beautiful. I just don't reach for it, especially as an eyeshadow, but they are gorgeous shades. So this is really new and barely used. I think I used it as a blush and bronzer one time, so I'm gonna pass that on. Then I got these 3 eyeshadow singles from Shop Miss A, and I just don't reach for them. So while they're still new and good, I'm just gonna go ahead and pass them on to friends. So 2 are the Amuse Cosmetics Smoky Eyes. One's in Paprika, one's in Desert. And then I get this AOA Studio Wonder Baked Eyeshadow. This is in Poetic. Kind of a shimmery lilac, and I have not used it. I've only ever swatched it. I'm terrible at swatches. I just don't think it'll ever show up on my eye. These 2 shades here are beautiful. I just, again, don't reach for them, so I want to pass them on while they're still good. And then 3 more singles, and we will move on to the eyeshadow palettes that I'm decluttering. So the first is this L'Oreal Hip High Intensity Pigments. Remember those? This is in Tenacious. This is what the packaging looked like. I actually still have a blue shade. It's really beautiful. I just, again, don't reach for it because of having an excess amount. Then I have this MAC single. This is in Era. Again, I've had this for a long time and just don't use it. You know, it's just a kind of a shade that I have in a million palettes, so I'm gonna go ahead and let it go. And then this here, and I just don't really know quite how to use it. This is Stila Shimmer and Glow. This is in Vivid Labradorite. And usually I like these products to be like on the lighter side. That way I can use them as an inner corner highlight. But I just don't really see myself using like this shimmery charcoal shade really anywhere. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pass this on to a friend. So now we're in the eyeshadow palettes, and I have 5, which is really pretty good. So the first one is this Urban Decay Naked Basics. This is the very first one. It's kind of a mess, I have to clean it up, but the first shade is completely gone. A lot of it broke away and fell out, and then the other shades are used, but there's still a lot of life left in them. So I'm gonna clean this up and see if one of my friends might want it. This next one here is the e.l.f. Modern Metals, and I don't know the shade, but it's this palette here. It's really beautiful. It's really a very beautiful palette. Extremely gently used. I just find that I don't reach for it, and I think somebody else might enjoy it more. So now I have these Rimmel palettes, and I kind of bought them to dupe other palettes. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pass them on because I think I have some friends that might get more use out of them than me. So the first one is the Spice Edition. Of course, it's like a dead-on dupe for the Urban Decay Naked Heat. Very gently used. I only used it one time. And then again, I've only used this one time as well. This is the Electric Violet palette. So again, beautiful for people that love purples and teal and all that good stuff. A really, really great palette in a lot of ways. So again, I'm gonna pass these on to friends since they've literally been used one time, still have an entire life, and they are beautiful palettes. And last but not least, I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this Daisy Fuentes eyeshadow palette. It's beautiful. Again, I just find that I don't reach for it, and it's really, really, really pretty. And I think I've got some friends that may enjoy this with the purples and the teal and some of the earth tones and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass this on to some friends. So I hope that you enjoyed this declutter of my makeup collection. I wish I could get rid of more. I'm just not quite ready to let go of some other things yet. I know there's so much more that I could get rid of and either pass on or throw away, let's be honest. But, you know, it's about progress. I needed to make some room for some new stuff that has recently come in my collection. Instead of adding more storage, it's good to just go ahead and declutter and get rid of, take stock of what you have sometimes, and not just keep adding and adding and adding. So anyways, like I said, I wish it was more, but I think I did pretty good. So if you did enjoy this, I hope that you will hit that like button. And I will have my entire decluttering series that I did last year linked down below in the description box as well. I think I have a Dollar Tree makeup collection video, so anything kind of collection oriented, I will have linked down below so you can binge watch those videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.